considered as a member of Ahlul Bayt. As-Salman minna Ahlul Bayt. If you want to characterize Salman, I think you can say Salman was a man of intellect. Very clever, very intelligent, not necessarily doing too many things, but doing right things in the right time. So, this is very important. If you want to be closer in this time to Imam of your age, you should also do the same. Try to be the person who is the strongest person in intellect, in understanding, in thinking, in reasoning, in accepting everything for reason or rejecting for reason. Ibn Sina has two beautiful points about this point. He has many beautiful points, but about this issue. One is that he says, whenever there is something and you don't have any reason to disprove, there is something that may look very odd or strange to you, but you cannot disprove it, leave it aside. Maybe in future you will have a good argument to accept or to reject. Don't say, I have to decide right now. كلما قرع سمعك من العجائب فذره في بقعة الإمكان ما لم يصدك عنه قائم البرهان. As long as you don't have any argument for or against, leave it aside in the world of contingency. In future, inshallah, you will realize. If me and you look at this point, this is very important, this is a very obvious point, but I think sometimes we miss this obvious point. If me and you don't have good argument or a strong evidence to accept or reject, Allah will not question us. Why you didn't make any judgment? But as soon as you make a judgment, you will be questioned. Why did you make that judgment? This is very obvious, but unfortunately, we don't get this point. We always want to make a judgment, either accept or reject. No, there are many things that we don't have a strong evidence, so we should leave it, especially in social life. You don't need to make a judgment about everyone. You don't need to have two lists of people, good people, bad people. No, it's not up to you. Leave it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and leave it for future. The second point that he says somewhere else, he says, من تعود على أن يصدق بغير دليل فقد خرج من الكسوة الإنسانية. He says, whoever is used to accept without reason. This is very precise. He doesn't say whoever accepts once or twice without reason, because we can make mistakes. But he says, man ta'abbada. If you have this habit, if you are used to accept things without reason, he says, this person is no longer a human being. A human being, which is a rational being, accepts with reason and rejects with reason. So in one point he says, if you don't have reason to reject, don't reject. And here he says, if you accept without reason and this becomes a habit, then you are no longer a human being. So a human being is the one whose acceptance or rejection is only because of reason. So who is the most perfect human being? The most perfect human being is the one who doesn't say anything and doesn't do anything and doesn't make any judgment except when he has solid, strong argument. So much so that then he himself can become a proof for other people. Why the Prophet is Hujjah? Because he has established maximum amount of compliance with the truth, maximum amount of commitment to reason, so he is embodiment of reason. So now people can look at him, and based on what he says or the judgment that he makes, they can be 100% sure that Allah would be pleased with them. Therefore later in the same hadith, Imam says, Ya Hisham, inna lillah ala nas hujjatain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has two types of hujjah, two types of proofs, or two types of understanding his will. Hujjatan zahira wa hujjatan batina. One is apparent, the other is internal. فَأَمَّا الظَّاهِرَةِ فَالرُّسُلُ وَالْأَنْبِيَاءُ وَالْأَئِمَّةِ. The prophets, messengers, imams are the external, the outward proof of Allah. وَأَمَّا الْبَاطِنَةِ فَالْأُقُولُ. And the internal hujjah is intellect. According to what some ulama have said, you can say that prophets, when they are internalized, they become aql. And when aql is externalized, is a prophet and imam. Why? Because the most complete man is in the maximum compliance with truth, and this can happen only when you are thoughtful and always following reason. This is the only way this can happen. Let us stop here. It seems that we have to have more sessions on this hadith, so inshallah we will continue, inshallah. And not next week, I will not be here, but inshallah other brothers will be here, but inshallah when I return. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala complete our intellect. May Allah liberate our intellect from any suspicious ideas, any ego, any selfishness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our society a society of people who are thoughtful, people who are rational, people who are only concerned about the truth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasten the reappearance of Imam al-Zaman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make him pleased with us. May Allah enable us to serve our Imam before and after he comes. May Allah give healing and shafa to all who are ill. May Allah forgive all the people who have passed away, marhumin of the brothers and sisters here, those who have rights upon us, all the martyrs and ulama and maraja, and the late Imam Khomeini. May Allah make the last moment of our life the best moment of our life. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.